Hey everyone, so I wanted to do a quick update on the Revoltech Wolverine and Spider-Man figurines. If you haven't seen the full video of Wolverine and Spider-Man, do check that out on my channel. This one is just to kind of go over a couple of issues that I had with both of them. I think it's a fairly regular issue, common issue with Revoltech line, but I wanted to illustrate that very briefly and quickly to everyone, just in case they have the same issue or wanted to be forewarned. So I'm going to go with Wolverine first because he's the one that has the main issue, the bigger issue for me. And it's pretty evident. He's missing a hand. The reason why is because the joint that comes with the Wolverine, and I think Spider-Man as well, I've had the same issue I think with Spider-Man before, or it's Venom, is really, really tiny. It's super, super, super tiny and super, super, super just fragile. And eventually at some point his hand looked loose, so I looked into it, and when I tried to replace his hand, it kind of just, the joint just fell apart. So I haven't added it back in because trying to get it back out of the socket in the wrist or in the hand itself, sorry, it's super tiny, just meant that it was a hassle. So it's kind of damaged now, so I can't actually replace this. I'm not sure what size this is. Maybe this is like a 6mm one or something, but you can't get it in the navy blue color separately that you need for Wolverine. You can get it in black or flesh tones, which is definitely not ideal for me. I prefer, I mean, black's okay, it's possible, but definitely not flesh tone. So be warned that this can happen to you, and then you'll end up bending the joint as well. So I can't actually show you by putting it back in, because I just don't want to get the headache of it getting stuck again. So this has happened with the one hand. I can show you on the right hand, which seems to be okay for now. So when you take it off, it was relatively easy. You can see the joint is there. It's a regular ball joint. It's not anything unique to Revoltech. It's just Revoltech's ones are super tiny and just of a fragile quality. So I had a lot of good things to say about this Wolverine. It was really cool looking, and it's fun to play with. It's fun to pose, but that is a big issue to me. So be warned about that. So that happens with Wolverine. I've just kind of got his hands. The thing is, they give you a spare joint for this is like his shoulder, which you can see like right there. They give you a spare one for the shoulder, but not for the wrists, which is just really annoying. So I hope one day that they can start doing that, because that's actually really annoyed me for the Wolverine one. And then similarly, kind of similarly, for Spider-Man, I think you get the joint anyway, but his one I had issues with. Okay, he's already looking crazy for the Wolverine one, but for Spider-Man I had that happen. It's very, very easy. I think you get a spare joint in the Spider-Man one, so it's probably possible, unless there's issues with this. I haven't tried it. But again, this one, the joints just loosen up so much so that it becomes really frustrating to pose them again. You know, his left arm is okay. I can, still mess around with it. And then the rest of his joints, I do have it with one of the legs as well. I think it's the right leg, where, you're just kind of messing around with it, gently, not with much force, and then all of a sudden his arm comes off. It's very, very simple. I'll do that again for you. So let me just focus that in. Hopefully to kind of illustrate the point. It's not a lot. I'm not doing a lot with it. It's just a little bit of force, and then it just comes off. Whereas his left one, I'm doing quite a bit of force, and okay, that one comes off instead. But that was with quite a bit of force, an unreasonable amount, I would say. So that's the frustrating point about the Revoltech one. Venom, I think it was the issue similar to Wolverine, where he might have had one of these joints, and I could see that it was going to be a problem, but I didn't force my way into it. So Venom, I put aside. But the next one coming out is Magneto, and I'm hoping he doesn't have the same issue, because that would be really, really frustrating. But please, Revoltech or anyone that works with them, please start supplying additional joints as a precaution. Whether you're Revoltech or SHF or Figma, just an extra joint really, really helps go a long way. So if you have that problem, definitely comment below and just highlight the issue, because I think it is an issue, because these aren't cheap figurines. They're fun by all accounts. I have good fun with them. They're just not the cheapest. So things like that can get very, very disappointing when it happens. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys are now aware of this. If not, chime in below as well. Either way. So thank you for watching.